Welcome to another edition of My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning I want to look about a story that I've been following recently where the two men found on the Dyke Road, it is alleged on certain social media platforms that those were the two men who killed the old lady, and the two grandchildren in Triolite, Spanish Town. Those two kids were 6-year-old Michelle McFarlane and her sister Christina and her grandmother Iselina McFarlane. However, the mothers of the two young men that were found on the Dyke Road in Portmore are saying that their child were not involved in the killing of the three in Spanish Town. The two men that were found on the Dyke Road are 18-year-old Kaibuki Smith of Lower Mall Road and 26-year-old Oceane Pennant, otherwise called Beanie, of Hill Avenue, both in Kingston 11. Their bodies were wrapped in plastic and found on the Dyke Road by passerby at about 9:30 recently. But two of the mothers have come out and said their child was not involved. However, they are not denying that their son garnered certain type of influence in the community where they came from. From my standpoint, when I heard this, that they were involved in the murder of the old lady, the grandmother, Iselin McFarlane, and her grandkids, I totally disbelieved that. I thought that was something to cover the incident and let it be considered that the person who did this has been taken out by jungle justice. But the mothers are confirming what I believed and what a lot of persons have been contacting me and saying that these persons were not involved in the killing, but they were persons of influence in the Mall Road area of Kingston 11. Now, Clayton denied that her son, Kayabuki Smith, was killed in retribution for the incident in Triolites. She said that's a lie because her son loves children and he would never go to Spanish Town. He's afraid of people he don't trust. And the other one, being his mother, Cheryl McEachran, also hit out at social media campaigners who have pinned the triple tragedy on her son. She said the claims are pulling back her life and she's scared because she don't want anyone to hurt her. Him don't have anybody in Spanish Town, so I'm surprised about that. And she was in tears. And she's saying, I'm begging whosoever doing to stop talk on social media, say him kill him and the old lady and the grandchildren. It hurting me so bad as a mother and as a woman. The police, however, have a different narrative of Pennant and Smith, alleging that they were linked to shootings, murders, robberies in the Mall Road of Tower Avenue, Cockburn Pen locations. So, as we say, social media is a very good platform, as well as it can be a very destructive platform, because persons use social media without careful analysis, careful thought. Persons use social media without getting solid proof of whatever they're saying, and all it takes is for them to pin a particular situation to a particular individual, and then persons' lives come under threat, or persons' lives is being disrupted based on the fact that what persons are saying. But for me, I try to get the basic information, the proper information, before I divulge it. And as I saw when I heard it and I listened, there was no substantive evidence to back up the claim that these two men who were found on the Dyke Road were associated with the murders in Triolite, Spanish Town. So I did not run with that story. And now the two mothers have come out to confirm what I originally believed, that they were not involved. And I saw it on another platform when persons from the Mall Road area was telling me about Kaibuki Smith He was feared in the community. He got shot some time ago, and some uncle was involved, and it's a reprisal. It had been an incident going back from 2016, etc., etc. But we know, based on what his mother said, is that he's feared in his community. And if he's feared in the community, it simply means this man could not be innocent, right? So, but she did not make it clear. She did not say he was a saint, but she is denying his involvement in the death of Iselin McFarlane, Michelle McFarlane, and Christina McFarlane. But I just want to use this platform to tell all of us, just be careful when we are running with certain type of information, because it can cause a disruption in people's lives, and it's not a good feeling for your life to be disrupted on strictly on the basis of hearsays. It's not a good feeling. But let's hope the police will do their relevant checks, and we'll find out what went down with those two persons whose bodies were dumped on the Dyke Road. It is alleged that it's gang feud taking place between two gangs, and one gang caught up with the other gang, and that's the result. Two persons were killed and their bodies dumped on the Portmore Dyke Road. Normally, as I said in a previous video, that area of Portmore has been a regular dumping site for a long time, but haven't heard as of late anything happening there. So, I guess these persons decided to do what they do right there. On another sad note, and this is another very serious situation where returning residents normally is scared to return home to Jamaica based on the level of crime and violence, and especially sometimes it appears as if the returning residents are being targeted by hoodlums and criminals whenever they decided to work hard overseas and decide to retire in Jamaica and enjoy their life. Most times, sometimes it doesn't even work out, because these hoodlums target these people, rob them and kill them, and then in the end, bad press for Jamaica right across the world. Now, this is a situation when an elderly man who returned to the island from Canada last week was gunned down at his home in Chapelton, Clarendon on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as Ansel Lynch, who was said to be in his 70s. According to reports, sometime after 2 p.m., Lynch and his wife were at home when gunmen entered their house through a window. Lynch went to investigate and was shot dead by the men who fled the scene. The woman was unharmed, but Lynch reportedly died on the scene. The police were alerted shortly after the incident. No motive has yet been established for the killing, and the police continues its probe. So there you have it, another situation where a returning resident working hard in the cold Canada decide to return to relocate to Jamaica, maybe to enjoy the benefits of his hard work. And we know overseas you work every day. Sometimes you have to work 2, 3 jobs, even 4 jobs sometimes, just to survive. And you work, put in the effort, put in the time, and then when it's time to retire, you say, you know what? You don't want to retire in the cold. You want to go back to Jamaica and enjoy the fruits of your doing. But at this point, it seems like returning to Jamaica to enjoy retirement is like returning to your death. So I don't know, but the police will have to try to stem the surge of crime, protect these returning residents, and at some point, how bad can this crime situation get? Jamaica consistently rank up there in the world as it relates to the number of crime being committed per capita across the world. Jamaica is in the top 5 almost consistently every year, and we hope the day will come when we can see a drastic reduction in this crime situation. We know that it's coming down to the Christmas now, and these guys are out in their numbers and trying to steal, rob, and destroy. And all I can say to you, my viewers, be very careful, be on the lookout, and always keep your guards up. Don't let your guards down, because the minute you let your guard down, that is when danger struck. But You can let me know what you think in the comment section. Always leave a comment. I will try my best at all times to reply to your comment. So to try and keep it interactive. So leave a comment and let me know what you think. But for now, take care of a loved one. Look out for the kids. Take care of the children. And always look out for a neighbor.